What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a full face of nothing over $10. So yeah, we got some new stuff to talk about that I haven't shown before. We got some stuff that I've maybe shown once or twice in videos, so you're getting a little update, and also some stuff that's just like OG status, just some good old favorites. So if you want to see how I got the look that I'm wearing right now with everything being under $10, then please keep watching. Alright, so starting with eye primer. So this is actually kind of tricky because most of my primers are over $10, and I don't have very many, but my favorite primer of all time, which is the Essence Aloe Stage Eyeshadow Base, which was like $5, hint how I said was, has been discontinued. So yeah, let's just add that to the long list of things that Ashley loves. They're now discontinued. It's like, ooh, she likes it, so this must not be very good, so let's discontinue it. I swear, it feels like they're out to get me. I did find a really good one. So this is the Alter Ego eyeshadow base. This is $6 on the Alter Ego website, and I actually have a coupon code for 10% off. So it's Glamour Index in all caps. I'm gonna put it right here and also in the description box below, so check down there if you want to save yourself some money. This is just a translucent eyeshadow primer. This is seriously so good. Like if you have a hard time with creasing and fading, if your eyes are super oily, you need to check this out. Like this stuff is amazing. But because I do prefer concealing eye primers, what I like to do is mix in just a little bit of concealer into this, so I get the best of both worlds. I get the longevity of the eyeshadow primer, but I also get the concealing properties of the concealer. I just take just a little tiny dot, just enough to mix in to where I get that concealing action. Bada boom, bada bing. But yeah, if you like the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, this is seriously just like that, if not better. It's not gonna make the shadows as vibrant as using a concealing eye primer, but again, you can just do this and you get the best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds. Moving on to shadows. So I had this C Color Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, which I haven't talked about them a whole lot. They've sent me so many beautiful palettes. Like I'm kind of overwhelmed and I don't really know where to begin, but I looked through and I found one that was under $10 and it's beautiful. This is the C Color Cosmetics, the Frost palette. So this is supposed to be a dupe for the Kylie Nice palette, I believe. This one right here. And I was actually surprised that this is actually still sold because I thought this was like a holiday edition, like a limited edition palette, but it's still up there. So here's what this one looks like. And it's got a beautiful assortment of colors. What is wrong with my nail? What? I just glued this one on and it looks like it's bruised underneath. Has anyone had that happen before? That is janky. See, that's the thing. Whenever I try to be classy and cute and I actually try to do my nails for the first time in forever, this is what happens. This. Did I mention this was $9? I don't think I did, but it's $9. Look at this. $9 for a $44 dupe. Do I want to do a matte vibe or a shimmery vibe? So let's see. I'm going to take this matte pinkish shade and just use this to set my primer down. And most primers by this point would have creased, but this one hasn't creased. So let's see. This shade right here, this little matte pinky shade, that's kind of speaking to me. So I'm going to put this in my crease. And I'm also using an Alter Ego brush. This is the number 2 brush. So there's what she looks like. Really good, nice blending crease brush. And I'm just gonna whop this in the crease. Sorry. I've actually been doing my eyeshadow a little differently lately, so I've been doing it to better suit my hooded eyes. So if you wanna see a video on that, like an update of how I'm doing things, and let me know in the comments below. And also let me know in the comments below if you've tried anything from C Color, because I feel like they're pretty under the radar. Like they're a pretty new brand though. But I'm gonna try to get a coupon code for you guys. So if I do have one, I'll put it in the description box and also right there. But if I don't have one, then you won't see it. My eyebrows are 50 shades of janky right now. Okay, so now let's go into this matte reddish brown right here. I'm gonna take this on a Profusion Cosmetics ES3 brush. So it's just a smaller crease brush. I think I got way too much on this side. I didn't tap off the excess very much because I guess I kind of underestimated the pigmentation. My left eye is so much better. Okay, so even though I started off with way too much on this side, it was still really easy to blend and it's looking good, So now let's go into, let's do more of like a cool tone vibe. So let's go into this like pinky, purpley, taupey shimmer. I know I contemplated using a shimmer, but we gonna do it. It's just who I am. I'm Shimmer. If I was a stripper, that would be my stage name. So I'm gonna take this on one of those Eyeshadow brushes. I'm gonna link the brushes that I'm using below as well. So this is from that Agave Red set. This is just like a shading brush. Let's see what it looks like dry. Okay, yeah, really pretty color, but it does look kind of spotty, so I am gonna wet it. Ooh, pretty. When it comes to rounding off my shimmer on the lid, especially on this side, I don't know why I don't find it as easy to do it on this side, but I like to work backwards. So like I'll go up to wherever I want it to stop and I'll just kind of pull it inward and it just really carves and cuts out exactly where it should be. It just kind of cuts out my crease. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe off that shading brush I was using for that shimmer. I'm gonna go into this dark plummy shimmer right here. I'm not gonna wet it. I'm just gonna use this as like a fade shimmer. So I'm gonna put it right here in the outer V towards the end, just to fade that shimmer into that reddish brown, that matte brown. This is a really good trick to fade shimmers into mattes, like taking a shade that's kind of in between the two. Okay, so I'm gonna take another eyeshadow brush. This is the, don't know because it's not labeled, but I'm just gonna take a brush like this, and I'm gonna take this really dark matte brown right here. I'm gonna go ahead and start mapping out my eyeliner. So I'm not gonna use this solely for my eyeliner. I'm gonna do a separate one, but I'm just gonna kind of map out where the liner is gonna go. And I've been doing my eyeliner differently as well. I haven't been bringing it all the way in. I've kind of been doing that fox eye thing, and I've really been enjoying it. I didn't think I would, and I just find that it makes me look younger in a way. And I'm bringing it like right to the center. I'm not bringing it all the way in, but I am fading it into the lash line to where it looks more natural. I don't want it to just abruptly stop right there in the center. Kind of funny because this used to be called a cat eye, and now they're calling it a fox eye. The youngsters have to be different. Okay, so there's my eyeliner shape. So yeah, if you have a hard time with eyeliner, then shape it out and map it with eyeshadow first, because it's a lot easier to go in and fix eyeshadow than it is to go in and correct a mistake with eyeliner, you know? So moving on to eyeliner now. So this is brand new, and I haven't tried it yet, and I'm super excited. So this is the new NYX Epic Wear Liner Stick. So here's what it looks like, and it's just a kind that you sharpen. These are $8, and they have 24 shades. They have matte and metallic finishes, so they have a really pretty shade selection. But the big thing about this is that it's not just 24-hour wear. No, that's old news. This is supposed to be 36-hour wear. I've never seen an eyeliner that has a claim of 36 hours wear. That is pretty bold, but it says it's waterproof, smudge proof, and fade proof. So yeah, I got the shade Deepest Brown, and oh boy, this is like a super rich, like not jet black, like jet brown kind of shade. Is that a thing? Probably not. I did swatch it yesterday just to see what kind of color it was and to see how it lasted through washing and stuff, and let me tell you, it lasted. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw it on, and I have a feeling this may set pretty fast, where it's supposed to be 36-hour wear, so I would imagine it sets pretty fast. But I'm gonna take my eyeliner brush and just smudge it out. Okay, that's already set. That's a really good color. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
So far, I really like that. I'll let you guys know how it wears. I may do a wear test in today's video, or I may just put it in the description box, but I'll let you know the answer up there because I don't know the answer yet. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. So moving on to mascara now. So this is one that I used to rave about all the time. Like, it used to be my favorite mascara ever, and it was always on my channel. But we broke up for a couple of years. I was using some other stuff. Like, I was dating some other mascaras, and I found it again, and we're back, and we're in a committed relationship now. This is a L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt. This is $9 or $8, depending on where you find it. It makes my lashes look so like uplifted and just long, and just like it holds a curl really well. I have a lot of good things to say about this, but it looks really dramatic without looking like too overdone and clumpy and just, you know, messy and gross and stuff. But here's what the wand looks like. It's very unique. It's got like a slight curve to it, and I've really been enjoying this with this fox eye thing, just because I find that it just really like emphasizes the shape. But there's one layer. Look at that. Look at that. Just like, it makes my eyes look more open and just more doll-eyed. We got an OG in the midst today. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my sunscreen on before I move into my face makeup, just so it has time to sink in and absorb. If you're wondering what I'm using the 3W Clinic Intensive UV Sunblock Cream with SPF 50. It's a Korean sunscreen. So I've really been enjoying this e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. It's literally just like Anastasia Brow Wiz. There is no difference. It's a perfect dupe. This is $5, so it's just a little fine tip brow pencil like this. I'm gonna go ahead and fill my brows in with this and just kind of get an outline, and we'll come back with another brow product in just a second. Okay, so there's the brow so far. So yeah, I love that pencil so much, and that color is perfect. And I feel like a lot of people could wear this color, neutral brown. Moving on to a brow powder now. So this is the Kokie Brow Kit. This is in the shade Blonde, and I've had this for a really long time. Like, I've had it for so long that it's broken. As you can see, I've hit pan, and yeah, this has been pretty well loved. They have 4 shades, and they have the shades are pretty exclusive. Like, I feel like the majority of people could find a brow shade in one of these kits. But yeah, $10, and you get 2 shades, a lighter and a darker, and then you get a brow wax down here. And honestly, like, this whole like soap brow thing could be done with the brow wax that comes in brow powder kits. Just saying. Also, as far as the color, like this is the perfect color for my brow shade. So if you're close to me, I highly recommend this because I've tried so many brow powders in the past that like they'll have a lighter and a darker shade, but the darker shade will be way too dark, but then the lighter one will be too light and ashy where it doesn't cover the darkness of my brows. So this one, like the shades are perfect, especially this top one. Like I could totally just use this top one and get away with it, but because I'm just trying to use them up, I'm gonna use them both. And also leave me a comment below if you're someone that's always used brow powders. Like if you're someone that just kind of avoided the trend of using brow pencils and brow pomades, you just kind of stuck with your OG brow powder, let me know, because I've definitely been one of those people that's bounced back and forth, but I've really been into a brow pencil kick for the past several years, like at least 4 years of brow pencil exclusively, maybe less. It feels like 4 years. I don't really know. I have no concept of time. To me, it's still 2012. Like, I have no idea what year I'm in. And I also do have a coupon code with Koki if you want to purchase this from their website. So again, that'll be linked below, and also right there. So moving on to foundation. So this is one I've been trying out for a little while now, and I was actually going to do a separate video just for this, but I figured we'd switch it up, and instead of doing like a testing new makeup video where I throw it in, we'll do it in this type of video. So this is the new Profusion Feel Good Skin Long Wearing Foundation, and this is only $7. I found this at Walmart. I have the shade, what is the shade? I always have this problem, dang it. Oh, it's right there. Light 1, and this is a warm yellow, and this is perfect for me, but I'm pretty sure this is trying to dupe like a Charlotte Tilbury foundation. Maybe this, I'm not really sure, but if you guys want to see that duped or like compared anyway, let me know, because I don't know, the packaging just giving me Charlotte Tilbury vibes. They don't have a lot of shades, I will say that. The shade selection definitely needs to be stepped up several notches, but it's a really good product if you can actually find your shade. So here's what it looks like. So again, I'm in the shade Light 1. But it is slightly thicker. It doesn't feel thick on the skin though. It feels very, very lightweight. But it gives you the most beautiful skin-like, natural, dewy finish. Like it's not an over-the-top glowy finish. But I'm going to use this with my Cala Slanted Contour Brush. So I got this from Shop Miss A for $1 and highly worth it. I'm going to talk about this in a future video as well. But I'm going to go ahead and apply this. It just blends in and sinks so well into the skin. And it has really, really good coverage. I would say this is like a medium to full coverage, but it is very buildable. I think the most I've worn this for is 8 to 10 hours. And I mean, it looks pretty banging by the end of the day. Like I may look slightly shiny in my T-zone where I am oily, but I mean, it's not anything that I can't handle. Like it's just a really natural foundation. Like I love this stuff so much. So if you can find your shade, 10 out of 10, highly recommend it. And also real quick, going back to the eyeliner, I did go wash my hands and it's still on there. Like this looks like I just swatched it. So yeah, let's do a little rub test. There may be some foundation next to it, so hopefully it doesn't mix and make it smear. But I mean, it smears a little bit. I'm applying a pretty vigorous amount of pressure, but I mean, 36-hour wear, not sure about that. All right, so it's been about 4 hours since I last was with you guys, and I went to the dentist where my mouth was open and they were constantly like on my face and water was splashing up. I didn't set my face, didn't do anything to it, didn't touch it up, nothing. Here's what my face looks like after being at the dentist. So, I mean, it looks pretty good. I will say, I am very shocked. I've got little eyeliner splooches right there. Can you see that? Let me take my finger. You know, the little smudgies on the outer corner for a 36-hour wear. Let me tell you, it didn't make it very far past 3 hours. Okay, so I'm just going to touch this up a little bit with my brush. I'm just going to kind of bop around, just blend everything out. But I mean, it looks really good. And keep in mind, I have oily skin and it wasn't set with a powder or setting spray or anything. So pretty impressive. So yeah, moving on to concealer now. So I'm gonna use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Creamy Concealer, which I've only used maybe 3 or 4 times. Like it's embarrassing. Like I buy stuff and I never get to enjoy it because I'm always trying to, I've got like a rotation in my collection. But yeah, I have the shade Fair 05W, so this is a warm undertone, and I think that's the biggest reason I don't use this because it's so fair. My perfect shade I think would be like 15W, like Fair 15W. So yeah, if I had to go back, I would definitely do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and oh, that's light. This is a really nice concealer though. It's really creamy, as it says in the name, but it does give you a really nice coverage and it does stay looking creamy under the eyes. I'm gonna add a little bit more right through there. I've been pretty minimal with concealer lately. I feel like everyone's kind of gotten to the point where they're kind of more minimalist than what we used to be. So I think that's a good thing. Okay, so moving on to bronzer. So I'm going to use a ColourPop Coconut Beach Pressed Powder Bronzer. So this is $8 on the ColourPop website. Not sure if you can find it at Ulta, but if you can, it'll be linked below. But yeah, this is just a really pretty matte, neutral bronzer. It's not too cool and it's not too warm. So I've been so in love with this Eco Tools powder brush. I don't know, it's just a stippling brush, but it works so well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my jig. Will say it does look more warm on the skin than it does in the paint. Actually, let me go ahead and swatch it. Yeah, here's what it looks like. So it is pretty pigmented, but it does start off more on the buildable side. Like it's pigmented, but it's not overly pigmented. So for blush, I'm gonna use this Catrice blush box in the shade Glistening Pink, which is just your typical like NARS Orgasm-y kind of tone. It's like a pinky coral with a golden sheen. I feel like I've used that description to describe blushes that I've used for so long. So it's just one of those tones that works well for everyone. So I have like 10 of these exact same tone blushes in my collection, but I actually really do like this formula. It's just a really pretty color, and it's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's not too shimmery. Like it definitely does look more like a satiny kind of finish. So for highlighter now, so this is one I haven't talked about in such a long time, but it's actually really, really good. This is the Covergirl True Blend Super Stunner Hyper Glow Highlighter in the shade Pearl Crush. And in my opinion, this formula is so similar to the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector highlighters. Like it's so beautiful, but it is more on the intense side. So here's what it looks like. This is a really pretty color. This is just your basic champagne kind of color. So where did I put it? We'll put it right here. So yeah, look at that. It just has a really pretty sheen to it. Yeah, this is such a pretty formula. It's very under the radar. I mean, look at that. It's really, really pretty. But also, I forgot to mention it's $7.94 on Amazon. I can't find it at Ulta, but I think you can find it at drugstores like Walmart. I know you can find it at Walmart and Walgreens, CVS, places like that. So yeah, there's that. So, so pretty. So another OG of mine is this NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Banana. This is so good for under the eyes. It's so smooth and creamy, and it sets everything really nicely without being like too heavy and cakey and powdery. Like it's just so finely milled and just soft. It's almost undetectable on the skin. So if you're someone that has a lighter skin tone, like I would say like medium and down, then this is the kind of yellow banana powder that you need for under the eyes. But like a normal banana powder, we're gonna leave that for the deeper skin tones because it just doesn't work for us. It just makes you look like jaundice if you are a light complexion. So I highly recommend this shade. I'm just gonna use this as set under my eyes and then go down along my nose as well. And pretty much anywhere that I put that concealer, like where I want it to be brighter, I'm gonna put this there. Also on my chin, Cupid's bow. And yes, I put like highlighter on my Cupid's bow. I also like to go over it with my powder just to make it look more toned down. And you can still see the highlighter underneath, but it just makes it look a little bit more natural instead of, obvious. Then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna use this Believe Beauty Matte Blur Loose Powder in the shade Translucent. So you can find this at Dollar General for $5, so it's way under the $10 mark. I'm just gonna use this to set the rest of the face. So anywhere where the powder cheek products didn't set, but honestly, I don't even really want to. Like I just want that natural finish of the foundation to show through. Come through, queen. Yeah, this is also a really finely milled powder. Like whenever you touch it, like you can almost not even feel it whenever you swatch it. Like it just kind of dissipates into thin air. And then for mascara on the lower lashes, just because I have so many, I might as well repurpose some. But I like this one from Maybelline. This is the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express. And I don't like this for the top, but I like it for my lower lashes because it just, I don't know, it's just the perfect kind of formula and the kind of brush that works really well for the lower lashes. And then for lips, I'm gonna use this lip liner from Makeup Revolution. I love this formula so much, and it's never talked about. This is the Satin Kiss lip liner, and this is the shade Chauffeur, which is just the perfect like brownie nude. It matches so much, and the formula is so creamy. Pretty sure they're trying to be like the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. I could be wrong. And I forgot to mention that those are $6. So for lipstick, I'm gonna use this Flower Beauty Petal Pout lip color in the shade Naked Blush. This is $8 at Ulta. So yeah, I'm going to swatch it. So yeah, it's just a really pretty matte, just neutral kind of pink. Ooh, that's a really pretty combination. That looks like a wedding lip, like some kind of like bridal lip. And then for setting spray, I'm going to use my favorite setting spray ever. This is the Believe Beauty Makeup Perfecting Setting Spray. This is from Dollar General as well. It's also $5. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this beautiful thing. So yeah, that is it for my full face of nothing over $10. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I've proven to you once again that you don't need to spend a lot of money on makeup. Let me know in the comments below if I talked about any of your favorites, and also what is your favorite drugstore product that's under $10. So yeah, leave me a comment and thumbs this video up if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more. Subscribe to my channel, turn the notification bell on to always see my stuff, and I'm gonna leave a couple of things for you to check out over here. So yeah, go ahead and venture around, make yourself at home, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.